He will defend this 108-pound title, he said, because he's simply growing out of the weight. Now, he had a dreadful time yesterday getting close enough to 108 pounds to satisfy everybody. And at the weigh-in, there were some very interested people, and I thought it was interesting they were holding the other end of the scale there for a long time until finally, with bated breath, they turned it loose. But obviously, Alex Wallow, the question is, has he been damaged by the drying out?
Well, Keith, I think we'll find out very, very quickly. His opponent, Michael Carbajal, in his career to date, really has shown all the tools to be an outstanding pro. He's got a complete variety of punches. He puts the punches together very well. Solid body puncher. Very good hand speed. Very well conditioned. His only problem to date has been a tendency to drop his hands when he gets in toe-to-toe exchanges. He has been wobbled several times as a pro, but each time Michael Carbajal has shown a real fighting heart and fought back very, very well. The champion is a real mystery man. He's unbeaten. He's shown solid boxing skills and some power, but all his opposition has been from the Far East, and it's just impossible for us to assess them. The key to this fight may very well be conditioning. Carbajal says he can eat all he wants and make the 108-pound limit. He's very comfortable at the weight. Keith just told you about Kittikasem's problems at the scales. He may very well be dead at this weight.
The tail of the tape reflected here, you can see that the champion is younger than Carbajal. And their weight relatively, their height relatively the same, as well as the reach. Now, IBF rules apply here, and the referee today is Robert Ferrara, who is from Tucson, and says that the Arizona Boxing Commission rule of where the bell can save you at the final round is not applicable. The judges will be Gerald Maltz of Arizona, Ernie Cormier of Canada, and Nifon Larnloa of Thailand.
Okay, we know the instructions in the dressing room. I'm sure you have no questions. I expect a clean, straightforward nickname. And good luck.
I don't want another little blow.
He's okay.
That's Danny Carbajal standing there with his back to you, the brother. And Michael learned to box in what was once an old chicken coop behind the house and turned into a gym by Danny. But maybe the kid was born to box because he readily accepted at a very young age the rigidity required of one to prepare for the amateur program as it now exists in the world, and he took right to it.
Started out idolizing, as you could judge from his nickname, Little Hands of Stone, idolizing Roberto Duran. Wanted at age 6, he says, to be a professional world champion, but modified that goal to get to the Olympics.
And is still cranky because he didn't get the gold medal. So,
retaping work being done there by the referee on the gloves of Kittikasem.
The North American Boxing Federation title won from Tony Bazooka DeLuca by Carbajal. I'm not even going to try to tackle some of the people, the names of some of the people that Kittikasem has defeated, because I simply can't pronounce their name. And I readily admit it. As a matter of fact, Kittikasem is not the real name of the fighter from Thailand. And he's the one with all of the writing all over his trunks. The plain white trunks belong to Michael Carbajal. But his real name is Nathabud Jantavimo.
Sounds like a joke that somebody would change it to Muangchai Kittikasem, but it's the truth.
Well, Muangchai is City of Victory, loosely translated, means that. Kittikasem is the name of the training camp, the club.
You see the body of Kittikasem there, Keith. It is warm in here. He doesn't have an ounce of sweat on him, and that may mean that he's dehydrated, although the weigh-in was yesterday, and he has had time to rehydrate himself. In fact, he probably has had time to put on a lot of pounds.
Yeah, he might be 115, 117 pounds by now. But Danny Carbajal was there, and he agreed to whatever excess there might have been.
Keep your head off the head.
Here, the Thai kickboxing background will slip in there once in a while, even to the point of an occasional backhand.
You might say, Keith, that the reason Kittikasem was so dry is because he didn't warm up properly, but Bob Yalen of our crew, who was in the dressing room, says he boxed 3 rounds in the dressing room. So he just may be just dehydrated.
He still doesn't have any water in his body.
Good right hand there by Carbajal. That's when you know a fighter's going to make the transition. One of the keys to making a transition for the amateurs. If you can sink a right hand to the body like Michael did, that's a big, big hit.
Oh, good straight right lead, too. Another right hand lead.
I'm a little surprised at the way Kittikasem's fighting, Keith. He's shown as in his previous title defenses that he is capable of outstanding lateral movement. And I thought that he would be much more careful and conservative coming in here, but he's been very stationary.
Yeah, if he's going to stand right in front of Carbajal, he is not going to win this fight. I don't think. It will surprise me if he does. It's going to take some lateral movement.
He may just feel that having killed himself to make the weight, that he may not have the energy to do the lateral movement. Jab there by Kittikasem.
Good popping left hand by the Thai boxer. That's a good strong left hand, but the combination by Carbajal neutralizes it.
Duracell battery. One old Duracell battery after 9 loud weeks in a boombox.
I thought it interesting, Alex, that it was Danny Carbajal reminding Michael he too should think a little bit once in a while of some lateral movement.
And also asking Michael to put punches together. I think, he said at the top it's possible Michael might come out a little bit tight, and I think he is a little bit tight, at least in that first round. The combinations were not flowing as they have in his previous 14 fights as a professional. And I think that's understandable.
But, you and I are old-timers here. We've been all over the world. We've seen a little bit of everything in our lifetime. But can you imagine the impact of this day on Michael Carbajal? My goodness. What a moment. Pretty good right hand there by the Thai boxer.
And Kittikasem is taking the play away right now. He's getting off first, and Michael is waiting much too much. Bob Arum a little bit concerned right there. He's the man who wants to make all those financial dreams come true. And another good left hand there by Kittikasem. And Michael not responding. Curious.
There's the right hand. The right hand lead is effective against Kittikasem. We've seen that already. But that straight left that Kittikasem brings to the party is a punishing.
And that might be the best jab that Michael's seen as a professional. And he might have to be making some adjustments here.
Uppercut by Kittikasem. He's standing stock still right in front of Carbajal. Good left hook to the side of the head by Michael. Another good left hand by Carbajal. Hard right hand by Kittikasem. I mean, a wicked right, but Carbajal took it and stood.
Michael shot a left hand to the Kittikasem body. Was actually below the belt. Kittikasem didn't blink and drilled that hard punch in his hand. That's the danger of body punching. Leaves you exposed.
Right hand again by the Thai boxer. The champion is from Thailand. A combination by Carbajal brings the crowd up. Combinations, and particularly the right hand lead, the most effective tool for Michael Carbajal, and there's that right again. Kittikasem is staggered. Flags back against the ropes, and Carbajal lost control, got wild. He's going to miss him if he doesn't settle down. Kittikasem appears to have shaken off the effects of the punch. Carbajal.
What you got here, Johnny?
Nothing, honey.
I think you're lying, Sugar, but I like the way you do it.
Kellogg's Nut and Honey Crunch.
I love this.
It's not.
Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona is rocking. As the last 30 seconds of a round, it looked like Michael Carbajal had lost. Come roaring back and almost knocked down the Thai boxer, the champion, Kittikasem. Carbajal was relatively stationary and didn't do much in the first 2 minutes of the round. And he is stung early in this round by Kittikasem. There's that straight left, and it's a good one.
You said Keith stung. Michael was hurt, not hurt. Hit very hard in the beginning of the last round, but he finished the round, and of course the adage is that's what the judges remember.
Tighter than any spool of thread you'll ever see right now.
I'll tell you, it was great when Michael came back in the corner last round. Danny was screaming at him, "Don't get excited! Don't get excited!" He's trying to calm Michael down, and he's ricocheting off the wall himself.
Michael got wild in the last 30 seconds. He had really had Kittikasem in trouble and just simply got a little wild and never really put anything else on him.
It was a left uppercut that got Kittikasem in trouble. Keith, they both went down, and Michael threw an uppercut. We said at the top, great variety of punches. He's knocked people out with uppercuts, with right hand, with body shots, but primarily the straight right hand.
Kittikasem is still getting him with that straight left.
And that was a real good jab that he put on him there, Keith. He might have turned that one over a little bit, because Michael just a little bit of movement in him. I think it's safe to say, with a minute left in round 3, that Kittikasem is not one of these Oriental imports that just completely falls apart. He is hung in. He's a competent professional fighter. Whether he's going to win the fight or not, I don't know, but we've seen many, many fighters come out of the Orient who come over here and just don't have it at all. They got crazy ratings. This kid can fight.
Yeah, you go over there, and sometimes you run into an unknown in some of those countries. It's like putting a tornado in a sack. But when they come over here, so many times they'll freeze and not deliver. The left hand, straight left, continues to be a punishing tool.
Yeah, there was not much, despite the crowd reaction, no damage there by the Carbajal combination.
Right hand over the top was a little short by Carbajal. Federation Junior Flyweight Championship. The young man to your left there with the writing on the front of his trunks is the champion, Kittikasem of Thailand. Michael Carbajal of Phoenix, Arizona is the challenger in the pure white trunks. Close fight, tough fight.
I have Carbajal winning all 3 rounds. Keith, 1 and 3 were closer. 2, I thought he won decisively with the uppercut. But that jab at Kittikasem, as you pointed out, really is a punch that's keeping him in the fight.
That gives you a headache about round 9. Good left to the body by Carbajal.
I was just going to say he hasn't done as much body punching as I thought he would. That time, according to the referee, and correctly so, he went a little bit south of the border.
Robert Ferraro of Tucson is your referee.
Now it's Kittikasem who is not getting off. Carvajal's taking all the play for him. Kittikasem just posing.
Good right. There's the parents of the challenger, Mary and Manuel Carbajal. Carbajal now beginning to assert himself, but a good right hand by Kittikasem. That'll stall the momentum for a moment.
And he's really backed Michael out of there, I think, for the first time. Even if temporarily, but he really got some respect with that punch, Keith.
You know, looking at Kittikasem, Alex, I think he's got a frame big enough to carry 118, 19, 20 pounds, don't you?
Yeah, well, certainly not 108.
Michael's got him out from the right eye, corner of the right eye from that right hand. Puffed up. Got to get out of there.
Punches, but no damage there, despite the crowd again. One of those cases where the judges have to concentrate on their eyesight and close their ears.
Good right hand by Carbajal. snapped his head back. That's a pretty tough-looking eye now, though, right around the left eye of Carbajal. That's from that right hand. Down goes Kittikasem from a right and then a left.
Okay.
Carbajal again getting wild. Again, it comes late in the round. Kasem is down again. Back into the ropes, but the 3 knockdown doesn't apply.
And the count, he called it a knockdown. Kittikasem bounced over the ropes. The referee called it a knockdown. The bell will ring now because the round is over. There will be no more punches. Kittikasem is bleeding from the nose.
So it was a sudden explosion from Carbajal that sent the Thai champion reeling.
Here's the first knockdown, Keith. Right hand on the chin, left behind it. And that's what makes Michael special, is the combination. The itch of the right hand, he immediately instinctively put something behind it. And then in the closing seconds of the round, Kittikasem trying to get out of trouble, off balance. Michael hit him with a punch, took advantage of his lack of balance. You saw that Kittikasem did not actually hit the cameras with anything except the soles of his feet. Technically, the referee, Bobby Ferrara, did not have to call it a knockdown. He chose to, gave him an 8 count, and the bell rang.
Don't worry about the real super guy.
Trying to rub down the swelling around that left eye of Carbajal. Round 5, and the Coliseum is a madhouse as the home folks are rooting for Michael Carbajal to put away the champion. But Kittikasem has already shown you he is resourceful.
Just when that eye of Michael Carbajal started to get us distracted, Keith, he was resourceful enough to, to put some punches together and really hurt the champion when it looked. Oh, again, Kittikasem hurt.
He's a gamer.
He is a major gamer. Typical movement that we know Kittikasem is capable of. Oh, the right hand again. Kittikasem has been dropping his hands on the inside, and Michael Carbajal is making him pay.
He hurt him to the body. He hurt him to the body. Danny is up, waving to Michael. Get him, pin him, pin him. Kittikasem is in trouble.
If Michael goes back and looks at the tapes of Roberto Duran, he sees so often, he'll know that every time Duran had a man on the ropes like that, he'd come in and feint to the head, he'd always drill a punch to the body.
Right hand by Michael, another right hand by Carbajal, a left hook. Kittikasem wobbles, looking to hold on. Right hand by Kittikasem, trying to fight off the ropes, and he lands one good one. Another good one. Oh, the kid's got courage. He was hurt, almost down, and he nailed Carbajal with 2 good right hands to get some breathing time. There's the home crowd. They can get that extra adrenaline out of you.
Michael picking with the jab. He really has not, Dan, put the punches together here as consistently as you might like. He was a little bit right hand happy. Now he's picking with the jab, looking to set the right up. Looking to load it up, really.
The 3rd big right hand in this round by Kittikasem.
And give him credit. He's come over here. He's not winning the fight on our scorecard, but he's hung very tough.
Long trip.
Come on along, I'll take you to...
For the factor of stamina. Kittikasem hammered, but saved the ship from sinking in that round with 3 big right hands. He had to dry out yesterday, had to lose a lot of weight over the last 5 days. International Boxing Federation Junior Flyweight Championship, a 12-rounder. The champion is from Thailand, Muangchai Kittikasem, against Manuel Carbajal, Michael Carbajal, whose parents Manuel and Mary are barely able to contain themselves here at ringside.
Manuel does a much better job than Mary does.
Yes, he does. I'm impressed by the courage of Kittikasem.
But also the technical skill. I mean, he knows how to fight.
Good right hand by Carbajal.
A good right hand. Oh, and again the right hand by Kittikasem. Around the Carbajal defense. Wasn't Michael's hands were low. Kittikasem punched around that left of Michael. Kittikasem making a little move here, Keith. See if he can sustain it.
This is a big round, the 6th round, and this is where fatigue will start to show up. Right now, it certainly doesn't look tired.
Another low blow by Michael, and not a warning from the referee.
Of course, having been a Thai kickboxer, that ought not to bother Kittikasem a whole lot.
Muay Thai, as they call it, Keith, is a sport in which it is legal to grab your opponent's head and bring it down into the knee. Elbows are legal, knees are legal. It is by far the most brutal of the martial arts.
Yeah, they had an exhibition. In fact, it was a championship fight for Thailand earlier today.
And judging by the crowd's reaction, they'd like to see more of it.
Right hand. Left hook pops and then bang, bang right.
6, 7, 8. You're close.
What a tough kid.
But again, it comes late in the round. Oh, that right hand stiffened him. Another right hand. He might have time. Nope. He's going to get away again. Into this round, we're taking a station break. Kittikasem is in trouble, but he survives it. Split smoke flicker from sometimes you have to ignore them.
Okay.
Go to round number 7. Kittikasem survived it, but he's in trouble early this time from the left hook and 2 rights, and this one may be just about done. It's over. Real concern shown here for the young man from Thailand. He grabbed his head. And the doctors in the corner came out quickly.
There's the parents of Michael Carbajal. It's hard to believe you can be in a fight, Keith. On our scorecards, he won every round. He had 2 10-8 rounds, and he was in the hardest fight of his life.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the knockdown. They caused the referee to stop it. Inside right uppercut by Michael on the right of your screen. Then the left uppercut. I think Kittikasem, if I can judge by his reaction after the knockdown, I think that second punch did damage to his eye. And that's why he was holding his head. There's a reaction in the corner by his oldest brother, Danny Carbajal. All the sweating and all the work in that little gym on 9th Street has finally produced a world champion.
9th and Fillmore, in the heart of the Phoenix barrio, has its hero, has its world champion tonight.
And Michael Carbajal is not a young man who lets his emotions show very easily. He's very quiet, seems very reserved. He says he's not shy with people he knows, but it's easy not to be shy with people you know. But he showed a lot of emotion there.
A battering in the last minute of the 6th round. Kittikasem had not recovered from it. He came out and the right uppercut, left uppercut, right over the top. And he's got his first world title. Coming up in just a moment.
That doesn't mean you have to be quiet.
Of course, that's an academic thing.